Peace and good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you all back to another edition of the Foul Playland. As always, I'm your Foul Player. Wanted to make this video regarding the rumors behind the Jets signing Deshaun Watson, and why I'm opposed to it. But I'm not getting right into it. I'm not adamantly opposed to it. Like, if they sign him and we don't give up the bank or our free agents, our draft capital for years and years to come, then I'm cool with that. Deshaun Watson's a fine player. I think Deshaun Watson has the most guts of any quarterback I've ever seen. He's clutch. Would I love him to be on the Jets? Absolutely. But problem is that the Jets aren't nowhere near competing. When our best receiver at this time might be Denzel Mims, who barely played last year. When our two guard positions and our center position on the offensive line are up in the air still, when we have no running backs on the team to look forward to next year, not including that we don't have a backup running back, that doesn't strike me as a team that is on the verge of competing. If you had to compare our roster to the Texans roster without Deshaun Watson, the Texans roster runs circles around the Jets roster, and the Texans suck. But I think the Jets are ripe for a team that should be starting from day one. Or should be starting from the ground up. And they've already put the steps towards doing that with last year's draft, and the fact that we acquired more capital for this year's draft. That's great. But the asking price for Deshaun Watson would be to give up the number 2 overall draft pick this year, in addition to next year's number 1 draft pick, several more number 2 draft pick. Second round draft picks. It might be 3 first rounders, including our first rounder this year, which is number 2 overall. Plus several second and third rounders. That's too much. I think we have too many holes to fill. We have no edge rusher. We have no cornerbacks. No linebackers. The only semblance of a unit that we have at this present time is a couple of defensive tackles that show promise. Outside of that, this team is nowhere near trying to acquire established quarterback. I wish Deshaun the best of luck. And again, the Jets may acquire him yet. But given the position that we're in, what I would give up to acquire him would be the 2nd overall pick, which I'd be highly reluctant to do so because I like Zach Wilson so much, quarterback out of BYU. But I would be willing to give up that, this year's first round pick, and maybe our first 3rd round pick. That's my not going over point. Is that too little? Yeah, of course. I think it's too little for Deshaun Watson. But if I were the GM of the Jets, which I should be, that would be my point of sale. My take it or leave it offer. I'd rather draft a quarterback, even at the cost of us striking out and that quarterback not panning out for 4 years. I think it's going to take at least 2 or 3 years to build a semblance of a team with the best of luck. Now, if we have a good quarterback and we don't have a semblance of a good team for 2 or 3 years, that quarterback is not going to be successful and he's not going to be happy. I'd rather draft a quarterback and not really pay him anything. And in 2 or 3 years, if he doesn't pan out, then we could get somebody else if we have to. We're not in a position, even though I do, would love to win the Super Bowl as a Jet fan, but I don't want to rush a couple of steps because a really, really, really good quarterback has come available. I would rather wait and see how the chips play out and draft a really good quarterback in this draft than Justin Wilson. But let me know Zach Wilson. Let me know what you guys think. With that, I'm out. Peace.